You mean like going to classes?
Yes, classes, the dining hall, and the library. Going shopping, just the usual.
I'm willing.
Me too. I'd like to know.
Well, the first thing you have to do is get general impressions of wet cold and dry cold. There is definitely a difference between the two, and you'll need to understand these in order to decide how to dress adequately each day.
What?
Well, what is wet cold?
That is the kind of cold weather we usually have in the fall and spring. It's characterized by temperatures varying around freezing. Usually the water freezes at night and then melts in the daytime, or it snows at night and mostly melts the next day.
That doesn't sound very dangerous.
No, but it can be. Remember the wind chill? A strong breeze may lower temperatures very rapidly, so always prepare ahead for these rapid changes. You should wear a water-repellent, wind-resistant outer layer and enough inner layers to protect your body to about 14 degrees Fahrenheit or -9 centigrade. Hypothermia can be a real danger during wet cold because you can lose your body heat very rapidly. Layered clothing will help you adjust your heat retention so that you won't get too hot. One more thing, always wear shoes with a good tread on the soles for traction.
Like this?
That looks real nice.
Well, go outside and see how it works.
Since you would just...
Your shoes didn't have enough traction, did they? Treaded soles are those that give you traction on the ice and snow.
I didn't know what you meant by treaded soles. That ice is slippery.
You see, in wet, cold times, not all the ice melts, and the water on top of the remaining ice makes it dangerously slick. For that same reason, you must be much more careful of automobiles. They can't stop quickly either, so be certain to give them lots of room.
I can see that.
And you've made another good point. Treads is a strange word to you. For your safety, if you don't understand new terminology, please ask. Now, let's talk about dry cold. This is a condition when water stays frozen day and night. Even the moisture in the air is frozen, hence the term dry cold. Sometimes you can see the moisture in the air falling as ice crystals. These crystals will not look like snow, but they are very pretty, making miniature rainbows. At other times, fog is frozen onto everything exposed, causing a flocking condition. Everything is white. Just another joy of winter.
What do we wear during dry cold?
Again, the layered kind we talked about before. But remember, keep your clothes loose and clean so that the air pockets in them can insulate. Then make certain they are not too tight. You don't want to cut off your own circulation, especially in your hands or feet. If necessary, get clothing that is larger than your size. This will allow space to layer other coverings. Properly layered clothing is that which covers the entire body and can be added to or taken away in order to maintain the proper temperature. Remember, I can't emphasize this enough. Heat rises. To prevent loss, cover the top part of your body carefully, especially your head and neck. There's an old saying around here, when your feet get cold, put on your hat. That way you can avoid hypothermia and frostbite.
What's a frostbite?
That's when a portion of your body actually freezes, sometimes causing extensive injury. Usually this happens only to exposed parts of your body like your nose or ears, but your feet and hands can also be in danger too.
Oh, how do you know when it's happening?
You'll feel cold, of course. Then you may feel a tingling as if your foot or ear is going to sleep. Sometimes you don't feel anything. Your skin will have a red appearance with white spots here and there.
What do we do?
Gently warm the affected area and use very gentle massage until you regain feeling. Get medical help. Do you want me to show you how it feels?
No, I'll take your word for it.
Incidentally, we have rivers, lakes, and ponds around here that freeze over in the winter. Be careful about walking on ice that has not been tested to bear your weight. If you fall through, you could be in serious trouble. A person lasts only about 15 minutes in icy water.
Then what happens?
Well, if you ever find someone in this condition, if possible, help them get out of the water. Warm them as best you can, but get medical help immediately.
I think I'll be careful. You know, most of what you have said is plain common sense.
Yes, if a person just thinks about it, but...
That's what it is. Common sense. The reason we have to repeat it so often is that winter can be so enjoyable that people forget.
Oh, is that it?
Those are the major problems you can avoid. But the most common minor problem is dry skin. With no moisture in the air, you may have difficulty with your skin drying and cracking. To treat this, add moisture. Drink plenty of water and use moisturizing creams and lotions on your skin and face. Use lip balm or chapstick for your lips. Bathing with water that is too hot and using too much soap can rapidly dry your body in cold weather. If you begin to itch, you are probably dry and need moisture. You can also add moisture to the air where you live with a humidifier or by boiling water on your stove. This might help you avoid dry skin altogether.
What are the other problems we should know about?
The most confusing and hard to understand is the winter blues or depression, called SAD, seasonal affective disorder. Sometimes people suffer melancholia during the winter months. They really get depressed for no apparent reason, and their studies and health can suffer. Students away from home and their loved ones already face the challenge of loneliness and melancholy. Being closed up in winter just seems to add to it.
That sounds terrible. What should a person do?
Get involved in activities with other people. Prepare yourself properly so that you can get out and enjoy the winter. Then, the rule of thumb cure is to pay close attention to a proper diet, eat 3 meals a day, and drink plenty of water. Avoid too much caffeine and alcohol, and get plenty of outside exercise. Make a point of getting some exercise every day. It appears that some people, not all, are affected by a lack of ultraviolet rays during gloomy and stormy winter days. Natural light helps this, even though it may be cloudy. If the condition gets worse, get medical help. You know, having fun is a cure for many ills. Winter is an ideal time to have fun. So if you're properly prepared for it and use your common sense, winter can be the best time of the year. One last thing. If you decide to drive an automobile in the winter, be careful. Driving on snow and ice is entirely different from warm weather driving. A person must follow a completely different set of rules, so learn them before you drive. Okay, can I tell you anything else?
There is one thing. How did you move us around so quickly?
You mean outdoors and indoors and all that? Are you two graduate students?
No, I will graduate next year.
Not yet.
See me then. And until then, for your own safety and maximum enjoyment, remember, winter has 2 sides. Know about each and enjoy a safe winter.